Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good night, wherever you are coming from. Happy you are here if you are here. Happy you are watching this if you're watching it later on to enjoy day number 1 of the Mindful Movement Challenge. And if you're here, type in the comments and say you're here because then I know. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Also, let me know if you can hear me okay. And we'll get started in just a moment. But say hello, where you're tuning in from, how you're feeling today, all the good stuff. My mother is here. Always an amazing support. Love you, Mom. Oh, yay! G's here. Oh, it's so cool to see you guys commenting. Hello, hello. I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. Idiku, I think. Idiku? Yes, all the dogs are invited. Doga's my favorite. You can also get your dogs and your animals, pet lizards, all the things. My mother did find a lizard on their ceiling. Well, my stepdad did, and it ended up being underneath the bed. So if the lizard's still there, Mom, you can invite it to do some yoga too. So good to see you all. I'm just gonna wait about 1 more minute. It's gonna be 4:05 here in Arizona, and then we're gonna get started. Today is an introduction to a wonderful few days of mindful movement. If you're a beginner, if you're advanced, it's for all levels, and the most important part is that you showed up. So the biggest, hardest part of your day or of this practice, hopefully, will be that you showed up, because it is so hard to say, okay, I made a commitment and I'm going to follow through with that commitment. So if you're here right now, you are awesome, and that was amazing thing that you did. Okay, so hello, Amy. So glad you're here, sharing the map, the lizard. Yes, I might have my own lizard friend come up here in a moment. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you guys so much for being here, and hopefully you enjoy your practice today. We're gonna start slow and steady, and then we're gonna get into more flows as the week goes on, or more flowing. So today, if you're like, it's way too easy, know that there'll be more challenges as it gets going, but just today is kind of the introductory day, and we're gonna kind of just start moving our body in small ways, just to kind of ease up tension, because again, if you haven't done yoga in a long time versus you're an everyday practicer, or practitioner, I should say, wherever you're coming from, this will hopefully benefit you and help you. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat. Again, if you have a mat or even if you're on the ground, it's okay. Just place your hands in your lap. Maybe you face the palms up if you want to feel some energy from the world right now. Or place your palms down on your knees if you want to feel grounded right now. Maybe you place one palm up, one palm down if you can't decide. Just take a few deep breaths here. And two, I want to be aware of your time. We won't go past 4:30. It'll be 30 minutes of quick, fun, enjoyable movement today. Maybe bring a light smile to your face and just notice your breath, inhaling, exhaling. I like to inhale my day and exhale it out. Just move on from the good, the bad. Whatever is not serving you, let it go. Whatever is serving you, moments that you could savor throughout your day today. Maybe think of a moment today you've had that made you smile, laugh, feel good, feel connected. Good. And slowly start rolling the shoulders back. So we're actually going to start with opening the palms and going out to a T. I want you to really think about pinching the shoulder blades together like you're breaking a cracker in the back. And then I just want you to look over your right and look at your fingers and wiggle your fingers. Give some gratitude to your right hand today. Whatever it's done for you today. And then look over to your left and still be pinching the shoulder blades back. We're really opening the chest, right, with all our posture issues in life that we have. So over the left arm and fingers. And for me, I have to continually think about my posture. Good. Keep holding it here. Maybe you notice your shoulders getting tired, your back getting tired, right? Just showing us like we need to take so much more time and really opening up the chest. And then we're going to bring the arms up. As you inhale and exhale, push the palms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. And so if you haven't fully released your day today, this is the time to do it. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. And then hold here. And again, pinch the shoulder blades together. Look over your right. Look over to your left. Maybe you look down. Maybe you look up. And this time we're going to place the hands behind the head and actually push the head down. And tuck in the chin. This one feels so good to me. I don't know about you, but it feels so, so good. We hold so much tension in our shoulders and our neck. Good, and slowly release. Nice. And one more final stretch for the neck. We're going to flex the left fingertips and push over. Think about you're pushing something away. So you're pushing all the negativity. You're pushing, something that does not serve you today. Worry, anxiety, depression, fear. Pushing that away on your left side. So you should feel a nice stretch down here. And then other side, place the left hand down, right palm flexed. Looking over. It doesn't matter what side if you're mirroring me or not. And looking over the left shoulder and pushing away anything on the right that does not serve you. Good, and one big inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and let's just connect with ourselves and our breath for a moment. And what got you here? What is your why? Was it a moment of self-care? Was it a moment to de-stress? Was it a moment to bring in good energy? Was it a moment maybe to get some movement in your day? Connect to your body. What's your intention? What are you wanting in this practice? Maybe too, taking a moment to send this practice to a loved one. That could be yourself too. Who needs the extra love and connection with their mind, body, and spirit today? It could be to the whole world. It could be to someone that you love going through a hard time. It could be to yourself. It could be to your family and friends in general. It could be to your animals. Maybe you love to. And just sending that in your last exhale. And then slowly releasing. All right, let's get some good movement going on here. So a few, again, shoulder circles, back. Nice. Maybe are you noticing a difference yet in your body and your mind? All right, so we're going to slowly make it to all fours. So my favorite, so tabletop position. Your knees are going to be over your hips, your hands, your wrists over your shoulders. So you could think about somebody's gonna be sitting on your back, helping out a friend, take a break, okay? You can either tuck your toes or keep your toes planted. And all you're going to do is look in, look up to the sky, to the ceiling, wherever you are, and arch the back up. And then on your exhale, you're gonna tuck the chin, tuck the chest into the belly button, looking at your belly button. Good, then kind of waving through. You might feel some cracks, that's normal. Looking up, and anytime if anything is hurting you, feel free to stop and just take notes. Don't push yourself. And then exhale. And a few times on your own, inhaling, exhaling. This is cat and cow. And again, maybe you want to hold it in a certain spot. Maybe you want to take it faster, slower. Maybe I sometimes like to do the circles, kind of going toward each palm, each direction, just to get some other funky movement going on. Whatever feels good. Maybe you pull back to get a stretch through your lower back, and you pull forward to kind of get your wrists. Again, we rely on our wrists so much, especially these days, right? So maybe moving around the wrists a little bit, getting them waking up and moving. Maybe you tap the toes in the back just to release. Nice and delicate. And then we're going to come back to child's pose. So your knees are going to be out wide as your mat if you have one, and toes to touch. And you're going to bring out your hands all the way as far as you can. Again, different options here. You can spider the fingers to get a deeper stretch in your back. You can lay them flat on the ground as well. And if you have a block or a pillow nearby, you can also use that to rest your head if you don't want to go all the way down. And just take some breaths here. One of my favorite things to do also is to roll the head back and forth. It sounds kind of weird, but I always think about like rolling with like a rolling pin. And I like roll up my mind just from the day and just clear my mind. Let there be room for good things to come into my mind space. And just roll back and forth. Beautiful. Take one more breath there and notice that you can come at any point in time back to child's pose, and that is a beautiful practice to stay at and be at. If it's the whole time, great. That is you taking time for you, and that's what this is all about. Listening to our bodies. Good, you guys. We're gonna come back and we are going to come into a seat with butterfly pose, one of my favorite poses, hip openers. We hold a lot of tension in our hips as well. So today's theme may be about places that we hold tension and we're kind of loosening up. So we were able to loosen up the shoulders and the neck. We were able to open up the back and the chest. We're also doing that through cat-cow, right? We have our child's pose, also lengthening and stretching the back, and now we're gonna work on those hips, okay? So you're going to, again, your butterfly may not look like mine, that is okay, okay? You can bring your feet, if you are a advanced yogi, you can bring in your heels as close as you can to your hips, but also, it still is challenging. If you actually put them out really far, you can feel a different stretch as well. And if you can't get there yet, if your knees are all the way up here, that's just a reminder, okay, more to practice, and that's okay. Okay, so wherever you are today is okay, and just kind of letting your body feel and sit into that position. And just bring some breath and allowing your body to know, like, you're okay in this position. If it's kind of, again, if it's hurting, back away, but if it's just feeling uncomfortable, try to stick with it. Maybe Tuesdays I like to also play around with kind of stretching each side a little bit, kind of going back and forth. Maybe I place my hands on my toes and just kind of rock back and forth. Maybe I rock forward and back. Maybe I do some circles here. I can just loosen up the lower back and the hips. This is a great stretch for you. Good. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you want to take it down to your elbows, or again, you can spider your fingers and kind of come forward. Just breathe. If you have somebody around that wants to press lightly on your back, maybe give you a massage because you deserve it. I'm just going to pretend and close my eyes for a moment that someone's behind me giving me a massage. That sounds so good right now. And take a few deep breaths. The breath is so important, you guys. It's where it all starts. When you breathe deeply in and out, it's reminding your body that I can and I'm okay in this pose. And you realize the more and more you relax, the better that your body absorbs all the good stretching. Now notice, are you holding tension in your neck as you're doing this? Let it go. Try not to hold any tension anywhere. And if you are, breathe into that spot and let it go. Stay here for as long as you would like, or come back up and extend the right leg out. And mine always cracks, it seems like, when I do that. And bring your left foot in. Flex the toes. It always protects your knee joints. Flex the toes back. Maybe you stay right here. You're up straight. You're thinking about your spine in line with your hips. Maybe you stay here. Maybe if you want to take it a little bit further, you place the right hand on the top of your right toes. Maybe you slightly bend the elbow. Again, all different levels. Take the modification that works for you. Okay. Maybe you extend the left arm up and over. Okay. Always try to think about opening up. Like you're opening up a door, opening up your body, lengthening your body, lengthening your arm. And don't think of it so much as over, but think of it as up. Diagonally stretch. Maybe you can bring that arm all the way over to touch your toe and look through your arm. Again, wherever you are. And instead of go to where it feels right, not what may look right. What may look like right may not actually be helping you. So go where it feels good. And maybe even it's important today, depending where you're at, to actually pull back a little bit. So maybe I usually can go here. Today I'm just going to see how it feels to go here. A little less than I usually do. And that you can still get great benefits from that. And make sure you're breathing deeply. Awesome. And coming back to center, we're going to switch it out. Maybe do a fun little kick out. Up in the air. Tucking in the right leg and stretching up the left. You can see better if I move up a little bit here. Again, maybe it's you're staying here with a flat, straight spine. Looking up. Make sure you're flexing the left toes. Maybe you grab the left toes. Maybe you bend the elbow just a little bit. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you extend the arm up and again over diagonally, reaching, stretching, breathing. Maybe you bring it all the way up and over to touch the toes if you can. And remember that your body is like that door. You're opening up. You want to open. Open, open. Breathe. Continue to flex the toes back. Nice. And if there's any discomfort, again, breathe into that. Send love to that spot. And I promise your body's thanking you, even if it doesn't feel like it, it is. Good. And bring the legs forward. And go ahead and kind of pedal out the legs. Give them some love. Sometimes I like to take my fists and kind of start pounding. It's nice. It's love pounding, of course, though. Maybe pounding the quads, thighs. Maybe you want to even go down as low as the calves, the shins. Good, wiggling the toes. Okay, place the hands behind the back. Straight lift. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Looking into your right, down, center, over to the left, and up, center. One more time. Down. Just kind of a slow roll. Good. The other way. And again, just breathing. Nice, and looking centered. Awesome. Then go ahead, you can't see my feet, but I'm pointing my toes. So go ahead and point your toes, and then flex it back toward your nose. Point your toes, that kind of rhymes. Point to your nose, point your toes. Point your nose, nice. And then maybe you do some circles going out and going in, and you notice that your feet are kind of cracking. It's good for your ankles to get some stretching, some movement in there, make them strong, that you can walk, do all the great things that you do in your day when you're moving. Awesome. So now we're going to go ahead and make our way to the ground. Now, I like to sometimes give a little bit of a finisher, I guess you could say, so that even our relaxation is more enjoyable, because I'm going to take you into a Shavasana and a meditation, a short meditation. So before we do that, why don't we do abs? Because it's always important to have a strong core, and we want to also highlight our amazing core, our soul, in our life. So let's give some gratitude to that today by working a little bit. So go ahead and lie on your back, and hopefully you can see. Yes, you can see. So you're gonna lie on your back. Maybe now you notice your hips even more so, right? So we want to make sure that those are nice and grounded on your mat. Okay, maybe for a second you lift your legs up to a 90-degree angle just so you can really feel the grounding of your hips, and then come and bring them back down. Maybe again, one of the favorite things I like to do to release my hips, if you're feeling a lot of tension there, is to knock my knees together. That releases the lower back. Sometimes I like to stay here even for Shavasana. Good, then maybe I open my legs, also the butterfly, since I was doing that lower, and then you can really feel your hips grounding down the mat. Good, then bring it back up. So here we're going to, again, do that 90-degree angle with our legs. Point your toes, okay? You can hold onto the side of the mat or just place your palms down. And I want you to think about a ripple. So when you think about it, you're going to bring your right toes down. You're going to touch just toward the edge of your mat, and you're creating a ripple effect in the water, and then you're bringing it back up. Left foot down, with a little ripple. Right. Now, here are your options. Take it nice and slow. Okay. Take it nice and fast. Find something in the middle. Just moving the legs to activate the core. Make sure you're breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. I see a plane flying over me right now. Right now we're just pedaling our way. we'll catch up plane. Right? Good. So talking about catching up, maybe a bike would be better. So we're going to go ahead and go into bicycles. Placing your hands behind your head, make sure that they're not close to your head. Open up those elbows, and you're going to switch left and right. Bending the knee, and you touch the elbow to the knee. And again, really connecting your core to the mat. Beautiful. In 5, 4, take it nice and slow or fast. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees into your chest, curl into a ball, give yourself some love, and you can kiss your knees. Mwah, mwah. And roll back and relax. Stretching out The arms and the legs, get like a nice big morning stretch. You deserve it. And I just want you to take a moment here and notice your body or your mind feel any different than when you started practice today. And I want you to stay here, placing the hands, palms facing up by your sides, letting your toes fall out into a V. And I want you just to notice the rise and fall of your belly for a moment. I want you to notice the present moment that you've been able to take for yourself. You showed up for yourself today. Not only that, you moved your body in ways to give it love and healing and nurturing. You were able to just be present and here and hopefully turn off all the other distractions, all your to-dos, and just be here. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. The only place they need to be right now is here. With you. Within you. To connect to you. The most important person in your life is the one that you are laying with right now. Because if you make your life important, if you make the things you do important, if you make time for you, you can then share your gifts, your love, your passions, your heart with all those around you. You have to take the time for you first. This is a great way to do so. I'm going to start leading you into a small, short meditation today. Feel free to lay here for your meditation. If you would like to do a seated meditation, feel free to slowly make your way up to sitting. Neither is a bad option. Now you roll onto one side and you lift yourself up slowly. And maybe you just stay laying down. And if you come to a seat, just find a comfortable position here. Just stay connected. Try to notice if your mind's wandering. Try to go back to the rise and fall of your belly, your inhale, your exhale. And I want you to think about yourself in front of you. Like it's a picture, it's an image, it's you. It's almost right now if you're watching yourself lying in front of you or sitting in front of you meditating. And I want you to take a moment to send yourself some love. I want you to talk to yourself outside of yourself. I want you to picture yourself in front of you. And I want you to look at yourself. And I want you to share these affirmations. And I want you to imagine receiving them. So I'm going to be talking to myself in front of me, and I want you to be saying these things in your mind's eye to yourself in front of you. You are beautiful. You are loved. You are enough. You are capable of great things. You are okay. You are kind. You are smart. And notice if you feel any different. Can we take a moment to be our best friends? Maybe you think of one affirmation I did not say that you want to share with yourself across the room. Even if you don't believe that you are that thing, say it until you do. You are amazing for making the time for you today, in whatever shape or form it turned into. the mind has wandered, bring it back. This simple mantra, I am. This mantra reminds us that we don't have to be anything but us. You are not a label. You are not your career. You are not your whatever stereotype you're put into, or whatever label you've been labeled as, or label yourself as. You are not that. You are you. Got all of that, unraveling like an onion. You are the base of that. And just breathing in, I, exhaling, am, a few times on your own. Breathing in, I am, exhaling. A few more times. And slowly, we're gonna take one big deep breath together. I know I'll hear you in my heart. We're gonna do one final Om. So if you go ahead and place your hands in your heart center. If you're not seated, just place them down flat. If you are seated, place your hands together at heart center. It's 4:29. So that means that our practice comes to an end, to honor yourself, to honor all the people that are joining us here together. Taking a deep breath in. Final Om, Phil, join me. One more deep inhale. Honoring your brain, your mind, the beautiful thoughts that you have, that you can think and be so bright and so wonderful with such curiosity and insight and questions. Bring it back down to your mouth for all the beautiful words that you can share of kindness, love, and compassion to the world through your voice. Freedom of speech, to share your truth with those you love. And down to your heart center, the most important, your soul, connecting with who you are, what you're meant to do, who you're meant to be, with love, kindness, compassion, purpose. Sharing your gifts with others, sharing your time with others, and sharing your time with me today has been the best part of my day today. So I thank you, I honor you, I send you so much love, so much peace. With that, one more deep breath in. And I bow down to you and honor a beautiful practice. I hope that you enjoy today. Feel free to continue to sit here. The video will end. It does not mean that you have to end your practice by just laying down, sitting, taking a nap. I just hope that you slowly make your way into your next transition of your day or your evening, and take this with you for your day, the rest of the night, the rest of your week. You can come back to this video at any time, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Any feedback that you have, a certain thing that you're looking for, let me know. I want to make this a great few days of mindful movement for you. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you being here. What an honor. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. So glad you were here and made the time for you. It really, the more time you can make for you in your day, just reminds you that you are worth it. You are worth having a time for you in your day. I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow for another great day of mindful movement. Bye, you guys.